Ryo was surprised when he saw Yuya playing ping pong instead of soccer or basketball. Yuya was unsure how he would do, but he was determined to try his best. Suddenly, Kurosawa came up to him and handed him a card. He introduced himself and said he worked for Star One Productions. Kurosawa wanted to invite Yuya into the entertainment industry, which caught Yuya by surprise. The director and others tried to convince him, telling Yuya he could meet famous voice actors and cosplayers. But Yuya wasn't ready for such a big change. He thanked them, but decided to stick with his normal high school life. Things got tense when the director got frustrated, saying any young person would love to join the entertainment world. Mio, a popular model, stepped in and calmed things down, telling the director he was being too pushy. Yuya was shocked to see Mio since they had briefly met before. The director then excitedly suggested a special project to feature Yuya in a sports competition, hoping to showcase him without making him fully join the industry. Yuya was confused by how fast everything was happening. Yuya also felt overwhelmed by his journey to become stronger. He knew he still had a long way to go before mastering his magical and physical attacks. Doubts started to creep in, but he decided to push himself further into the mysterious area. Something felt strange about the hard black trees around him, which were incredibly tough and valuable. Only special magic or techniques could cut them down. Yuya warned his companions to be cautious. Suddenly, he spotted Akatsuki, who had grown much bigger. Out of nowhere, a powerful mithril boar appeared, leaving Yuya shocked by its strength. He had to fight hard while making sure Knight and Akatsuki could escape. In the middle of the battle, a talking rabbit named Usagi showed up, offering to help. Yuya was stunned to hear a rabbit speak and tried to send it away, but Usagi wouldn't leave. Soon, Yuya faced a new challenge, a fierce kick rabbit. Usagi pushed Yuya to show his strength, evaluating his abilities. Despite Yuya's efforts, Usagi said he had potential, but still needed to improve. Then Usagi revealed a big secret. Yuya was being trained to become his successor. This left Yuya in shock, but it all made sense to him now. Usagi explained that the Divine have a special job to train apprentices and pass on their skills. These Divine are experts who protect the world from dark beings called the Vile, which are born from pure evil. The system helps keep the world safe. Usagi told Yuya that the Divine fight against the Vile to protect everyone. He asked Yuya if he now understood more about the Divine, the Vile, and his own role in all of this. Yuya wasn't sure if he wanted to be a successor and asked if he could refuse. Usagi said Yuya could choose not to, but he reminded him that in tough times, having more people on your side could save lives. Usagi said he picked Yuya because of his talents and asked him to think about taking on the role of Divine. Yuya said he didn't want the title, but wanted to get strong enough to protect the people he cared about. Usagi agreed to train him and suggested they teach each other. Yuya could teach Usagi some magic in return. They both agreed to be each other's teachers and students. Usagi then introduced Yuya to a new challenge, a powerful creature called the King Mithril Boar, which was even tougher than the last one Yuya faced. Despite feeling nervous, Yuya managed to defeat the King Mithril Boar. Usagi, who had hoped Yuya would rely more on kicks, still congratulated him. Yuya thanked him and felt more prepared for the future. The King Mithril Boar's meat was famous for being incredibly delicious, a rare treat that people would go to great lengths to get. The boar also dropped an item called the Broom of Exorcism, which could clean anything with one sweep and even exorcise spirits and curses. At the academy, Yuya learned that enemies ranked higher than SSS and EX existed. These enemies, called the Vile, were at L rank, making them nearly impossible to defeat alone. As characters like Yuya leveled up, they gained new abilities, though evolution was rare for humans. During a sports event, the director was eager to get great pictures of Yuya. The opponent, a top champion called the Sniper, was incredible, and Yuya, realizing the opponent's skills, decided to step back from the match. The director was frustrated that no one caught the moment the ball hit the table, which ended up damaged. Yuya felt relieved that no one was hurt. Then Keat asked Yuya to join their volleyball team, as one member was injured, and Yuya agreed to help. As they headed to the volleyball game, the director reminded everyone to be ready. The students were excited to see Yuya join, But Yuya eventually decided to step out of the match again, worrying the team. The scoreboard showed the final results, and though the director was unhappy with the photos, the team was positive. Kaori then asked Yuya to fill in again for someone, and Yuya, determined to help, accepted. Kazuki complimented the team's effort, hinting that more challenges were coming. When the game ended, Yuya checked on Kaori, and the director was happy with the photos taken. Kaori, feeling grateful, asked Yuya if he wanted to walk home together. Yuya said that just being with her was enough, and Kaori smiled and invited him to stop somewhere as thanks. Kaori then asked Yuya to close his eyes, and when he opened them, he was greeted by a pleasant scent, leaving him curious, but Kaori just smiled and kept it a secret. Meanwhile, Usagi praised someone's abilities and noted the unexpected use of magic. Usagi revealed that Yuya had been teaching her, and Yuri, seeing Yuya as a strong potential apprentice to a divine, decided to retreat for now. Usagi, surprised by the power of the vial, vowed to face Yuri again, but first he needed to pass on his knowledge to Yuya to make sure he could face any enemy.